long as you keep standing up.
Okay. Ah, this. Okay.
Now I got beautiful cover.
Hello, Corva. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Not much. I've played it before with friends, but I never play it by myself, and like, I don't play it a lot. I'm not really into it. Press right click. Stealthy damage. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, that's right. That's right. I remember now. You cannot save her. You cannot save me. Okay. What button was it? Oh shit. Okay, that scared me. I'm very sad they said that you are dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I don't like it, so please come for me if you can. I will, Emily. Draco doesn't play it. I don't know if Fern plays it. It's the twink. Wait a second.
Large house and finding clothes.
It's the twink. What the fuck? Alright. Hold on. Oh god. Shit, I almost just literally walked off the edge. Way down the stairs. Oh, God. Let's pay attention. Oh my god. Calm down. Oh, my bad.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name.
Okay.
These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide
love
you
it.
toward my plans, no matter how they may
It's a
be.
little extreme.
Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Shut up. I told you to shut up, but I don't remember how to use it. How do I?
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of Time is meaningless here. Neither seconds nor centuries.
Woohoo! Alright. Yeah. I remember dark vision being really useful.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you.
Okay.
And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
But why? Why such interest? Like, can you answer me that? No? Okay. The mark is there. It wasn't a dream. We got superpowers, Corvo. Bone charms. Oh my god. Excerpt from a series of letters sent by a member of the Bottle Street Gang. Bottle Street. You want the what was he like when he was young before he got his name? Oh, he's a cool head now, but it weren't always like that in the days before he was boss of Battle Street Gang. This time, time was young Slackjaw wasn't such a reasonable man. Like most of us, he grew up on the streets running with a pack of ragamuffins. Ragamuffins. And avoiding the low pinching whatever he needed, dark-haired and dark-eyed, smoking a pipe by the age of 10. Damn. For them born into the brothels or coming from the orphanage, it was either the gangs or working with the mudlarks, and no one wants that. Some got pressed into the Navy or put down in the mines run by the Pendleton or the Boyle families. As hard as it was on the street, as hungry as we all got, at least we was free. By the time we weren't little'uns anymore, Slackjaw was one to watch, usually calling the shots when he took down a farmer's cart or a sidewalk street vendor. He'd come up with a plan and give everyone some parts to play, and decided on the split, most of us just went along because we learned fast that we made out better like that. More food, more coin, plus none of us wanted to deal with Slackjaw when he was in a rage. The weather here is it's sunny and warm, but not as warm as it is there. It was 82 today. Yeah. He worked on a couple of big jobs with Sally across town, and that was enough to get the attention of the other bosses. He wasn't just a street kid anymore. Now he was an up-and-comer, which meant trouble. Another guy who fancied him as such was Mike the Fish, who was working his way up, running the protection racket among the factory women. One fine evening, we're all taking in a body show. We're all taking in a body show in the theater house. Mike the Fish and his lot are there in the cheap seats too, just down the aisle from us. Mike gets a wild idea. He wasn't big on planning and throws a heavy ceramics spittoon at Slackjaw. Hits him square in the face and it breaks his jaw. We look to see if there's gonna be a blood brawl, but Slackjaw just points at the door and we all leave, with Mike laughing at our backs. This is so much. Waking up the next day without telling us why, Slackjaw motions for us to follow. He still can't say a word, so we just come along. We stop at the docks, and Slackjaw buys actually pays coin for it, a heavy chain covered in hooks. It's for fishing in the deep, something you attach to a long line off the side of the ship. It's about 4 feet, made of thick links, and there are shark hooks coming off of it in different angles. Slackjaw got that thing wrapped around his left arm, dangling at his side. Not sure how he knew where Mike the fish was staying, but we reached the girl's house. Slackjaw throws a bottle through the window just like that. It's almost noon. There's a bunch of screaming inside, and Mike pokes his head out, looking wide-eyed and baffled when he sees Slackjaw out in the street. A look comes over his face that still gives me the willies. Pure murder. Mike comes out the side door below, or bellowing like a blood ox, holding a cleaver, heading straight for Slackjaw. When they come together in the street, Slackjaw spins the shark hook, bites deep into Mike's arm and shoulder. He screams, but Slackjaw holds onto the chain. He's standing there with his jaw broken, clenched tight, with the chain wrapped around his left arm, hook sunk into Mike the fish, just knifing him as fast as he can. Mike couldn't even fight very well, hooked like that and using his left hand, but when he was a big guy and took a lot of stabbing before he went to his knees. Everyone was cheering at first, but then all went quiet. It just kept going and going until finally it was just Mike the fish blubbering, crying like a baby at the sound of Slackjaw's knife. When it was over, and here's the brilliant part, Slackjaw took out a note and stuck it to Mike's face with the nail. It just said, "If you want a job, come to Bottle Street." Slackjaw didn't talk right for a couple months, but word spread fast. By the end of the year, once we had a sizable gang going, he sent out letters to the other bosses telling them that he was running the new crew over on Bottle Street. Most of them laughed or beat up the guys who delivered the letters. Green-eyed Trish even came back missing a thumb, but apparently Slackjaw was expecting that kind of reaction and had a backup plan. A week later, 4 of the bosses were dead. Seemed like a series of unfortunate events, but everyone knew better. One shot dead by a watch while standing in the middle of a meat market. Another slipping and falling into the water, out cold. One of the other bosses found in bed with his belly open wide and a tiving pear stuffed into his mouth. Still not sure what that meant. And Sheila Barnsworth was found blubbering in a cauldron of hot wax. Damn. Just some reason the lights aren't. That's very weird. Slackjaw sent out another set of letters, offers to the underbosses, telling them that they'd be treated fair as peers. Even sent Green-Eyed Trish with one of the letters. All of the underbosses accepted. After spilling the guts of his main competition, Slackjaw went for stabilizing his business, real neat, light, calling in favor, smoothing things over, giving everyone a little bit of coin or drink as a bonus, showing what he could be like as a boss. So everything got quiet, which always makes the boys of this city watch nervous, of course. Word went out among the Royal Spymaster Snitches, the responsible citizens group they called themselves, telling everyone working in a shop or sweeping off the front steps of their homes to keep a watchful eye for Slackjaw and his men, trying to suss out what they were up to and had just happened. But Slackjaw ain't stupid. He greased a few palms among the shoe keepers and the watch too. Telling them that he was just in town to stay and that things would be run properly from now on without so much blood. He was finally a real boss, ready to settle into the business of moving whiskey, running the hound fights, and offering up the ladies and gentlemen of the night, if you take my meaning. Then the plague came. At first it seemed like a good thing. A few people got sick and everyone wanted to buy those potions for Sokolov or Piero. Hell's elixir, spiritual remedy they call him. Slackjaw told me he saw an opportunity. We already had an old whiskey factory with a still where everyone could water the stuff down and sell it discounted. Doing the same with the Sokolov elixir was a smart plan. Pretty soon everyone in the slums was sick and business was good. After a while there was so many people down with the plague that everyone got scared. Everybody started acting real nasty and everything fell apart. When people can't work, they don't have the coin for elixir, watered down or pure. When the Empress died, it seemed like Dunwall would slide into the void. Spymaster Burrows over and the watch started using all of that new Sokolov technology. Watchtowers, tall boys. I forgot they're called tall boys. It's so funny. And them arc pylons. They put up a wall of light across Clavering Boulevard and cracked down hard. But Slackjaw surprised us again. Instead of leaving town on a boat for Morley or one of the other isles, he stayed and kept it all together. We get as much elixir to fight off the plague as the city watch with their taxes and rations. That'll keep us alive so far. Oh, finally read that. Okay. Excerpt from the ramblings of a street denizen. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All of the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen I can see out into the garden where all the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rust along the rows of twisting vines. In the front room it looks out into the trees, into the street. God! The front room looks out into the street where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside. Warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. What? No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera More. Everyone would say your house is as grand as Boyle Manor, better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said, and he was just barely a man, so young, painting the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all of my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his point glistening on the canvas for a pretty point. Okay, then. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home, no. We traveled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even, all the way to the red cliffs of Pendicia, to dig the rock and crawl through the caves. Holding up candles and squinting at the walls, many precious things came up, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. What the fuck are you talking about? I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband, then I learned to boil them and carve them myself. Oh, the bone charms. Oh my god, okay, duh. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes. Even though his tongue was still granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me, making me another present. And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself, my little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. Better bones were what I needed, you see, better bones to carve and polish, scrape and glean. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup and then he was sick. Better bones was all. For my little mute boy carved the name of the one with the black eyes after my husband was gone, given away as birthday gifts. I didn't want to live there anymore. So now I'm old and I don't have many to give my presents to. It's stifling through the garbage for granny rags, and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie, especially those rude, loud, bottle street slack-jawed his boys, always meddling with an old woman just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me, in the dreary night, with stars above and below, and always the one with the black eyes, dearie. Okay, let's see. We could just have all of them right now. Because we only have that many, like, unlocked for now. No! Mine.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Caldwell on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary.
Thank you.
Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive.
She's alive,
That's
don't
the gist of
worry.
it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Another thing. Campbell is...
Excerpt from a letter of public concern by anonymous authors. What you've read here is the truth, regardless of what you will hear from the authorities who rule over us. It is not a matter of coincidence that the former royal spymaster is the one who stepped in when the late empress fell. We, who will remain nameless, believe that these events are interconnected. The signs of oppression are all around us. The circle of signs originally intended to provide light and warmth in our homes have been turned against us as a means of inspiring fear and controlling our movements through the city. And where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported. A wild theory? Perhaps. One of our members risked her life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called The Exquisite Tall Boy. Fucking, why are they called tall boys? Extolling the virtues of this newest member of the City Watch. Those in the streets below, these virtues are horrors spread by slitted thugs who rain down fire on the sick and the poor. To these eyes, the tall boy is another government bully armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored and standing high overhead, looking down at the common people of the city. We now know that the tall boys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite, I think, or we think not. There's so much reading, so much lore. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors, and remember when the tides are lowest, the truth will be revealed.
There's a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us. And if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. But it'd be good to have him back here at the holidays.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to go to Samuel yet. Oops. Well, I didn't
Corvo.
mean to do this.
Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer.
Yes.
That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
Yeah, I can try to save him. We can go. Hello, Samuel.
Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps St. Piero before venturing into the Overseer's Nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear we can get together.
I already bought gear. I don't got no more money. Piero.
Does part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released to oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I do have more coins. Where did I get those? Oh, wait, no, I did pick up some stuff. Let's take a look. Actually, yes, I will take that.
Any essence trapped within. It'd be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuit.
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to get the... Can I get this book? Oh, no, we already read this one.
Does part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released to oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within?
Nothing. You just keep a muscle moving. That's all it's doing. It's... What?
I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
Okay, buddy. Alright, Samuel, I'm ready.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Let's go. That's the signal. Let's go.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. The City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall and light checkpoints. walks through one of those and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts.
Granny Rags!
I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
I'll deal with whatever comes around. I don't need to eat, so I'll leave that.
Inspected it myself. Keep working.
Well, he ain't moving no more.
Stupid goddamn.
One, two, three. Good. Keep them coming.
Disgusting.
Hi. Can I talk to you?
Please. I'm a bit shaken right now.
Oh, sorry.
I saw some terrible things today.
I feel bad from stealing from her. Oops.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Report all deceased family members to the local dead counter. Unreported deaths are a punishable offense.
We need to go this way, okay. I can get past this wall of flight in a number of ways. Let's see, do I have a way to climb?
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Following direct contact with an infected or weeping individual, you are required to remain in isolation for 2 continuous days. If signs of infection occur, report for transport to the flooded district.
Oh, alright, well. It was like 2 or 3 years ago, Titan. It was a long time ago. Did I loot him? I guess I did. Alright. Oh, it's a dead end.
Attention, Watchmen. This district is now considered a highly
There was
infected area.
a guy in Brazil whose Xbox account got hacked, and Xbox told him he has to rebuy every game. A court Xbox gave him his account back. Dang, yeah, like, because
Residents are to
that's
be
totally
escorted
not
to
fair.
adjacent neighborhoods or delivered for immediate deportation to the flooded district. Remain in position until qualified personnel have completed the removal of infected bodies.
Oh shit, there's a guy right there.
Nasty furry Phil.
Oh god.
Better visit us over here. Seen any more big rat swarms? Blow off.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it here. Where'd the other guy go?
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The following businesses have been closed and impounded by the state due to contamination. Barrow's Barbershop and Surgery, the Duke and Dancer Ale House, Merritt's Printing Firm, Pennyworth's Tack and Saddle Emporium, and the Smoke Street Dice Hall.
Dump you in the river. Hit him! Damn you! Gotta go in the river. Benson, help! Fall down! I know you're here.
Really? Oh shit.
Rush it! Watch it! Hey! Watch it! Gotcha!
Wait, where's my fucking...
Damn you! Take out his legs! Dump him in the river!
Oh my god.
You're gonna fall!
I didn't mean to do that. Holy
Set
shit.
off the alarm! To
Oh
work!
shit.
Eat metal!
Eat bullet. The game was able to secure legal representation. Yeah. I'm glad that they got their stuff back, 'cause that's kind of crazy.
Cold as a whaler's cabin. 50 years old at least. Forget his old age. I can't even remember. Gotcha!
didn't need to heal. I keep thinking that's reload. I'm going way the wrong way. Oh shit, oh shit. No, I forgot about the rats. Oh my god. Forgot about the rats, forgot about the rats, I forgot about the rats. They're still coming. $400 in damages. Oh, like 2,000 in Brazil. Gotcha. Alright.
Hello. I hear the second thing is when the skin really starts to come all the way off. Is that true? Or is it the itching that really gets you?
What a sight you are in that mask. I know who you are and what you're here to do. And I can help. Unlock me and I'll buy you a drink in a couple of days.
Always.
By the void, I'll buy you 100 drinks.
How do I let him out again?
I have poor circulation and I seem to have forgotten my mittens, so I'd appreciate it if you could release me or at least go gather some fire.
How do I release
You
him?
never appreciate the fine masonry of Dunwall's cobblestones until you've had your face hanging over
Okay,
them
it's
for
not
days
that.
on
Oh,
end.
there we go. God damn.
Feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo.
What you're here to do tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily, so kill Campbell and make it quick.
Sure.
Once it's done, search his body for the journal, his notorious black book, and get out of there. Campbell is meeting with a guard named Kernow, and word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. Alright, I won't be of any help here, so I'll make my own way back to the Hound Pits bar. If I see Samuel Vogt, I oversee.
Okay.
May all the spirits guide you from their enemy's head.
Oh, I see.
I was just reading in the archive about the heretics of Brand. It sounds beautiful. Have you ever seen the ritual? I've never seen the heretics brand used. No, it's a rare occurrence. But I did spy the first ones.
Yeah, that would be the worst.
It
No,
looked like
I'm...
he just disappeared. Come on, bleed!
Alright. I missed. That took 3 fucking bullets. Why? That's why I hate to push for all digital. Yeah.
Damn, someone's been killed. When I find you, it's gonna be bad.
Wait, can I stab you? Oh, that's like when you're taking it for the rat. Where do you want me to? It must be up higher. Can't reach that. Shit.
The outsider himself has these fine attributes, by which
curse those fools in Coldridge for letting Corvo get away. Who knows what the man could do now? High Remo, Lord Regent, as he asks us to call him now, seems to have...
Excerpt from a series of Overseer invocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton. Iconic. I begin well. I've played this game a couple years ago, but I haven't played the second or third one, so we're going to play them all in a row. So yeah. And as a city of brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who stray far from the herd, from the foggy gray wastes of the outsider. You're sleepy? I'm doing okay. Just been busy. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our home's fallen place, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. That's fun. Filling their hearts with strangeness. I feel like that... You know what? That's fair. I'm about to fill your heart with strangeness. What does that mean? Oh wow, you got a diamond. Holy cow. How'd you fish up a diamond? Kind of both.
Faith in all the Sokolov security devices he's put up all over the city, but I'm not so sure. At least the girl has been moved to a safe place. Visiting her twice a week has given me ample opportunity to inspect the facilities, as they say.
What the fuck do you mean by that? I'm not sure how my predecessor operated, but from now on, if one of my girls tries to blackmail you, you send her back to me at the Golden Cat instead of concocting some plan of your own. I've had to replace 3 girls in as many months, and you can imagine the business of carnal pleasure isn't booming in this plague-stricken hole you call a city. Madam Prudence.
So there's an upside.
You're just that skilled.